them to exchange the United States of America Constitution with Sharia, Islamic law. Same people. And we haven't got it yet. Because we're naive. Because we're ignorant. Thanks, wonderful judge. So now, I have a question. Why do you think the 30% of the Muslims of Oklahoma, the liberal of Oklahoma, said they would love to have Sharia? You know why? It's very simple. Because they heard this liar. Who is this? Imam Faisal. That is the guy who's about to build the mosque. Because he switches in ground to zero. It will never stop. The mosque will be built there. With the help of Barack Hussein Obama, there will be a mosque in the same spot. Can you imagine the governor of New York begs this man, please take any other land, anywhere else, and build your mosque. He said, no, must be here. Even the name he chose for the mosque to be built was, it is a name after a battle Muslim won in Spain. Coincidence? I don't think so. But listen, what do American people learn about Sharia? What is Sharia according to this wonderful modern Muslim?
90% of Sharia law is fully compatible, not only compatible, is consistent or compatible with American constitutional law and American laws. The areas of difference are small and minor.
90% of our constitution fit perfectly with Islam. Can we take this 90% to Egypt? No. Can we take it to soccer? After all, they're the same. Forget about the other 10%. How about take just 50% of our constitution to any Muslim country? That is no. This is the small.
Small and minor? That was Imam Faisal Abdul Raouf, proponent of the Ground Zero Mosque, a leading voice for moderate Muslims. No, really, that's what people say about it. Very odd, considering the U.S. Constitution says nothing about killing relatives, dishonor your family, or binding women with acid when they make an independent decision about their own education or family legacies. He's at it again, telling the Scottish Crown that the West needs to incorporate Sharia law into our legal systems to promote integration of Muslims into our society. That might fly with some bleeding heart liberals afraid of causing offense, I guess, but it sure doesn't sit well with me. The man himself, Michael Korn, host of The Arena, premiering tomorrow night right here on the Sun News Network. Hey, Michael.
How are you?
Michael, I hate to start out with a topic that you generally don't want to be very expressive about, but I'm going to do it anyway. The American Constitution, 95% of it, and Sharia law, same page.
Yeah, that man's either incredibly stupid or incredibly dishonest. I go for the liar.
Yeah.
Hi.
To have full, this one is literally going to shake us. Why? Because we can talk about how ignorant the liberal are. Or how ignorant most American people who have no idea what Islam is. But believe it or not, to practice Sharia, Islamic law in America, you must have money. Guess where the Muslim in America getting this money from? Us. You are sitting here tonight. You are listening to my voice right now. For sure, you are giving towards the Muslim agenda in America. That's what we call Sharia finance. This lady, I saw her interview, I saw her video on YouTube, and she hit it home. Listen carefully what she said.
I'm Joy Brighton. As a former Wall Street trader, an investment professor, a Democrat, and an American concerned for my country and way of life, I'm here to break the silence and tell you about more greed and negligence on Wall Street and in Washington. It's called Sharia Islamic finance, the newest, fastest growing financial market in the world. And oh yes, Wall Street is on board big time. So you ask, what is Sharia finance? Though Wall Street is focused on the money side of Sharia finance, Sharia law is the reason this market exists. Sharia is Islamic law comprised of rules like Muslim women are the property of men, polygamy, forced child marriages, death to homosexuals, and the obligation to wage holy war or jihad against infidels. Oh, and there are rules for infidels, like you and me. Either we convert to Islam, pay a protection tax, or we are killed. did Sharia finance become accepted in the West? In the spirit of multiculturalism, political correctness, and greed gone way overboard, Wall Street has bought into a multi-million-dollar advertising campaign coming from the Middle East. They're being told that, quote, Muslims have religious backing requirements, and if you create investments according to Sharia law, 1.2 billion Muslims loaded with oil money will beat a path to Wall Street. You see, Sharia backing was created by sheiks like al-Qadawi, a terrorist banned from entering the United States and Great Britain. Yet, as I speak, al-Qadawi leads international Islamic finance agencies. How does he describe Sharia finance? Quote, I like to call it jihad with money because God has ordered us to fight our enemies with our lives and our money.
By the way, that's a verse of the Quran. He does not, he said that Sheikh Yusuf al-Qaradawi said that. That's those who perform jihad with their lives and with their money. The Quran teaches that. To cut it short for the sake of time, because I don't have time here. The Muslim came to America with all this millions of dollars, which they collected from you buying their diesel and their gas. Keep buying gas from overseas. Don't use your own oil. Maybe we're going to, I don't know what we're going to do with it, but it's not good to use your oil, get their Saudi oil. And they said, we have this, imagine you are sitting in your office on Wall Street and some guy came to you, I have $100 million. Can you use it? Sure we can use it. Heaven's sake. But see, I'm a Muslim guy. And my money cannot be invested in pork or in wine and alcohol. No problem. We'll use it in a million other things. Then the Muslim said, well, at the same time, I'm also charitable. See, in Islam, we like to give money to the poor and help the needy. Sure, we Christians do the same thing. We give 10%. It's called tithes. Well, in Islam, it's called zakat, 2.5%. No problem. So every month, you're going to cut that check of 2.5% of the profit. And I'm going to use it however I wish to any organization I'd like to. We got 71 of them in America. They're all legal, non-profit. They're all jihadists. They're all extremists. Start with Islam and end with care. But anyway, plus you can send my every wish. So this month I would like you to send my check. And by the way, all of you who use the money which come from from Citibank, Bank of America, AIG, check where you invest your money. All of them using Sharia finance. All of them. And if they're not using Sharia finance directly, they put their money with other banks and get in with Citibank, Bank of America, or whatever. There are plenty. Go online and search for Sharia finance and look at all the banks and all the insurance and all the organizations who is practicing Sharia finance. So they said this month 2.5% of the profit we made will go to Egypt to help to get rid of illiteracy. What does he mean by literacy? Oh, he meant Christian. We're going to kill some Christian. Or this month we're going to get rid of some AIDS. What is AIDS? That is the Jews. We have some of our Muslim friends who became a Christian, who told us they collected thousands and thousands of dollars from American people just like you under some name of charity organization. And American people were giving checks, $5,000, $1,000, $100 to help the cause, good deeds. Not knowing that this money was collected by my Muslim friend to perform jihad against the people of Israel or Christian somewhere else in Africa. And they became a Christian and they told us later that's what they did. You can hear their testimony. Zarabel on YouTube, nevertheless. So that's how they got to go to Wall Street, and that's how they invested their money, and that's how you, who put your money in some of these banks, are giving 2.5% every month to help the cause of Allah in America and around the world. Check your banks, check your credit cards. Okay, Sharia. Is it Sharia or touch? I love it when Muslims meet with some Americans. They say, well, that's not Islam. That's unless you use the Quran. That's just culture. Like what? Hijab. You see, this is culture. One time a lady, she was in the film radio program, she said, in Muhammad days, ladies used to have long hair. And they did not have running water, and they did not have the shampoo to wash their hair every day. That's why ladies used to cover hijab like that. But today, I don't have to be like that. But is this culture, or is this Islamic law? The word of Allah in the Quran. Listen to what Allah said.
O you prophet, say to your wives and to your daughters and the women of the believers, let down their covering over them.
Now, when you ask the Muslim scholars the interpretation of this hadith, they will tell you different opinions. Some will say she can show her hand and she can show her face. But other like Omar, as a great man of leadership, now he became the Khalifa for heaven's sake. Okay, Khalifa Omar said, one call in front of her left eye, so she can see where she's going. So it can go between moderate covering or this covering. She had a full screen in front of her eye. She actually can use both eyes right now. Is it culture or is it Islamic law? And someone say, oh, this was only a verse given to Muhammad's wife. No, he said, your wives and your daughters and the believing women. That means everybody. There's no such a thing as only Muhammad's wives. Now,
in June of 2011, national retailer Abercrombie & Fitch was sued by a former employee who says that she was fired for wearing a Muslim hijab.
When she went to the interview, was she wearing the hijab? No. But later she puts the hijab on, she sued the company. Political correctness, they don't want to go bad, they don't want to be attacked by Muslims, they don't want to look like Islamophobia people. So what do? Just give her the money and let her go. How much she want? $300,000, $500,000, $2 million, whatever the number. The company are big, they can afford it, they give the lady the money and she wins.
In February 2011, the state of Alabama repealed its decision to not allow hijabs in driver's license photos.
Why is that? Because CARE got involved in it. CARE stopped me from speaking to you last year, and CARE went to Alabama and said, how dare you are for not allowing a Muslim lady to be dressed in hijab in her picture ID? What? Picture ID? What does a picture ID have to do with hijab? So, here we go in New Jersey. Here we go Florida. I've not seen one yet from Alabama, but I guarantee there are plenty from Alabama. Is this a man or a woman? How I dare not feel like one time I was in church and I asked a guy to dress like a woman. And everybody in the church was just like, wow, very comfortable with this woman in front. I said, no. In the end, I said, take your cover off. Who's a man? Can you imagine in America, we have people taking a picture ID like that? I'm sorry, if she doesn't want to take her picture, when I see her eyes, her hair, all the things in her face, maybe she needs to move to Saudi Arabia, where she can look in the crowd. She can look like see, driving is a privilege. There's a law, there's a law, there's a rules. I want to see the hair. Is it curly or straight? That's why we have cameras right now when you stop the red light. Can you imagine a woman like this or a man like this go on red light? How in the world do you know who's taking the car, who's all right? But we can't speak against Muslim. Don't you dare even operate in your state. Say that Muslim lady in full hijab cannot have a driver license picture. Oh, cutting the hand of the thief. Come on, Brother Usama. This is culture. It's only the dumb people of Taliban and the people of Afghanistan. Muslims do not cut the hand of the thief. It's culture. Have nothing to do with the Quran. Really? Let's open the Quran. 568.
And the male thief and the female thief. So cut off their hands as reward of what they earned, as a punishment from Allah.
Is it culture or Allah's word? How much a man can steal to be punished by cutting his head? $1? Yes. $1,000? Yes. $1 million? Yes. It doesn't matter how much. Honor killing. Oh, honor killing. We got 2 full-hour program on Fox News. By the way, Prince Al-Walid, a Muslim Saudi, own 26% of Fox News. So if you think you're going to get some truth about Islam from Fox News, think again. It's too late. Maybe you need to open another TV station. And Muslim will buy it too. To silence it. An honor killing, 2 programs, 4 hours. The last sentence you hear in the end of this hour is, honor killing is culture. Have nothing to do with Islam. Have nothing to do with the Muslim people. But the only one who practices as a Muslim. Why? Because Allah in the Quran said what?
And do not kill the soul which Allah forbids, except with a just cause.
For heaven's sake, the verse is repeated in the Quran 3 times. Chapter 17, verse 53, 25, 68, and 6, 151. 3 times. Maybe it's an important verse.